This video is brought to you by filming before you go to work. Filming before you go to work, sometimes the only opportunity you have. Hey, what's up, hello? I hope you all are doing well. This is just a quick video today with my Femme Fantail Readathon TBR. The Femme Fantail Readathon is something that was created by Jean and Jill. If you don't know them, I think it's both of them actually. I will link them both down below. But this is a readathon that was created by them to get folks reading more fantasy books that are written by women. Both Bex and I participated last year, and it's just me this year. As you know, the two of us don't really tend to read a lot of fantasy books, so it was definitely a step outside what we were comfortable with, and I have decided to do it again this year for a number of reasons. One, because last year all I read was Sarah J. Maas and the Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy series. It's like 4.5 books now. I'm not really sure what to call it, but I got very wrapped up in that and didn't get to any of the other books that were on my list. So this year I am giving it another go and looking forward to reading some different things. So because last year there were a lot of books that I didn't get to, I've gone back to the library and pulled two of them that I really did want to read. And I'm going to begin this year with Circe by Madeline Miller. This is a book that I've heard a lot about. Greek mythology is really probably my biggest reading blind spot. It's not something that I learned a whole lot about in school. I got into the Percy Jackson series in 2018 because I had a lot of time on my hands and I was looking for something to read. So I read all of those and they were reasonably good. This is a book that I've heard a lot about. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I've heard some sort of like mediocre things about it, and so I'm gonna give it a go myself, and this will probably be the first book I read only because the others that I have are a little bit hefty, and this is reasonably short. I think, what are we looking at here? Like just over 350 pages, maybe closer to 400, but there are really big margins here and the text is not exceptionally small. So I think that this will be fairly quick to get through, and I will be starting with this. I'm going to actually be traveling. I'll be in New York City for the first day of the readathon, so maybe while I am traveling back from there, I will be able to start this. The next book that I hope to get to is a little bit longer. It's 500 pages. It's also a book that I wanted to read last year and never got around to, and that is Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. Again, this is a book like Circe that was recommended in a video from Jean. So there are two recommendations from her that I definitely picked up on and then never read. So I do want to read this year. I'm not super sure what it's about. I almost don't even want to look and remember, but I have a feeling it's going to be sort of like a magical realism type of situation. I think there's probably going to be a river. I'm really hoping that there's going to be a swan. I love swans. So hoping to see this be really good. It's 500 pages. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm not going to read it second. I don't know when I'm going to read this. You'll see as I talk about the next books. Because the next books on my list are a series that was very highly praised so far by Claire from Claire Reads Books. And as she was describing it, I really like her reading taste, and so I said to myself I should mark this down to start reading those in March. And that is the Liveship Traders series by Robin Hobb. The library didn't have the first one, which is Ship of Magic, so I had to go and buy it. However, the library did have books 2 and 3. So again, they're not small, but who knows if I'm even going to get to these, mostly because I'll have to be getting through this one. This is the mass market paperback, and it is close. It is more than 800 pages long. And again, the text is extremely small. So who knows if I'm going to get to this, but I think that I'm going to try and start both Circe and this Ship of Magic at the same time and see how far I can get through this while also finishing Circe. And if I can finish Circe and start this and get to a reasonable place, then I will have considered this readathon a success. Like I said before, Bex and I really don't spend a lot of time reading fantasy, so this is a nice step away from our usual sort of entrenched reading styles, which is why I wanted to participate again this year. I know that there is like a bingo card that you can do and read across different varieties of women in fantasy, that type of literature, but I normally don't do great at games, and I don't do great at bingo, and in my head I was like, you have to just get to that stuff that you didn't get to last year, and then I really wanted to read this Liveship Traders trilogy. So We'll see how it goes. Again, I don't have nearly as much time to read as I did last year, so if I make any progress at all, like if I finish a book, it'll be great, since I have not had time to finish a book recently. So we'll see. Let me know if you've read any of these books down in the comments, and if you really think that I should read something different first, or just not read one of these because it's completely terrible, let me know. Also, let me know what you are reading. I will probably not have heard of it and have no idea, since fantasy is not on my radar very much. But let me know anyway, especially if you are participating. As always, I hope you're having lovely weeks and lovely lives. Thank you so much for watching. Everything that you want to know about us is indeed in the description, and we'll see you very soon. Let's go.